You got to realize when we're on tour, we live in a bus, we don't get to experience like the comforts of home. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the old YouTube channel. Today I figured I would do a video that's a little bit different than some of my other more formal at-home videos. I'm currently on the road. I just finished up a 30-day US, Canada, North America bus tour with this metal band Gloryhammer, and I just flew this morning to Denver. We have a show tonight with two of the DJs that I work with at the Mission Ballroom. And I've seen a lot of people ask me on like TikTok and also on YouTube to sort of do an in-depth walkthrough of like what makes a good green room. And I figured today would be a great chance to do that because the Mission Ballroom, if you haven't been or are not familiar with it, is definitely one of the, what I would call best green rooms, especially in the US that I've been to, at least in terms of its like just overall general accommodations, sizes, space, comfortability, etc. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you a quick walkthrough of one of the green rooms, just to give you a sense of like what to expect if you're on the road. If you're coming to the Mission, or if you are somewhere else, or if you are designing a green room, maybe this can give you some ideas or inspirations or whatever. If you guys have any questions throughout this video, please put them in the comments down below. Likewise, if you like this video, if you like the stuff I put on my channel, please consider subscribing. I do have separate playlists on this YouTube channel with different topics in the music industry. And also, if you want to see some of the sort of behind the scenes tour life footage, I do have a separate YouTube channel for that, which I will have linked either down below or somewhere on this video. So with that said, let's get started with a walkthrough of the green room at Mission Ballroom. Okay, so the first thing to note is that there are multiple green rooms at the Mission Ballroom, and most venues will have multiple green rooms, especially if they support like multi-band bills. In this case here, we actually have, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4 green rooms in the main upstairs hallway. There is also a production office downstairs, which is like where I, the TM, will spend most of my time. And I know there's an extra room around the corner here that serves as like an overflow green room / secondary production office. So the amount of rooms we have is great, and venues that have multiple rooms should definitely consider having multiple green rooms for different bands, because support needs to have their own space. Obviously the headliner is the priority, and sometimes if you want to be nice, you know, it's nice to give the locals something to use. Now, when we come into the room, the first thing we notice is just how big and spacious and clean it is. The Mission Ballroom is relatively new in the scheme of like music venues in America. So a lot of this feels clean because it is so new. You can tell that, you know, the walls aren't completely scuffed up yet. I mean, there's some things, but the majority of the walls and the seating and furniture and even the carpet is still relatively new. But, you know, I don't want to say that it just is because it's new or newer. They actually take pretty good care of this place. And I think a lot of venues could definitely learn from a venue like this when it comes to taking care of their green rooms. So the first thing we have here on the left when we walk in is a nice seating desk area. When there's not a production office, this is a great space for people like me, the TM, to sit down and do our paperwork. In fact, I'm in the process of reconciling receipts here from a previous tour. So having a nice big open desk area is important. You want to have outlets to be able to charge, obviously. And then the mirrors are also important because a lot of bands are going to be doing makeup, vocalists, singers, etc. They need to be able to see themselves to make sure that they're presentable for the stage. So this is, you know, fantastic. You got 3 individual mirrors, you have chairs, and I'm sure they have more chairs. The chairs are comfortable. So this is great. The next thing we have is sort of the general layout space of the room for like seating. So obviously you want to have some kind of like couch situation for band members, for friends to sit down and be comfortable. You know, we have a nice big beanbag here, which is pretty unique for a green room. That's cool. We have some secondary seating in different places. We have extra chairs, and I'm sure that if I ask the venue, they will say that they have more chairs that we can use in the case that we do have many more people coming in. Now the seating also is important to know that it's relatively clean and comfortable. You know, some venues will throw in just like a really shabby old couch, and it's important to remember that it's good to have something clean. If something appears old or dirty or abused or overused, it kind of deters people from wanting to use those things. I've been to tons of venues where, you know, they give us just like a really old grimy couch and nobody wants to sit in it. It's just not a good time. Of course, the extra tables are great for snacks, food, drinks. You know, you can put your hospitality stuff here for the guys. You can play cards on it. Whatever the band wants to do, this is kind of for them. It's nice to have some sort of entertainment or interesting homey touches. Again, you got to realize when we're on tour, we live in a bus, we don't get to experience like the comforts of home. Things like, in this case, vinyls, or if there's books, or even just like the decorations of the furniture itself and the TV, which probably has some local networks. You know, we don't get that on the bus very often. And so having it in a green room gives us a chance to like escape the road life and be comfortable for, you know, a few hours before the show and after the show or whatever. And vinyl is always cool. I think it's very classy. You know, I bet you they project the screen from the stage onto this TV, which is cool because then you can watch the show that's happening in the main room while you're in here. So this is good, and the lighting is soft, not too aggressive, and it's comfortable. Now over on the other side of the room over here, we have a secondary table, which again, you can never go wrong with having too much surface space in a green room. You need to have places to put things. It could be, you know, drinks, food, people can do their work. It can be for their makeup bags, for their laundry, for whatever they want to put on the table. It's good to have this stuff. And it's nice that this green room has another set of mirrors, because then you can, you know, if you have a big band and everyone needs to do their makeup or whatever, you have plenty of space to do so. And it looks like they give us control here for these lights. So very bright, very good visibility. Some green rooms are a little bit too dingy or dark, but here that is not the case. Now over here we have sort of our refrigeration section. It's very important to always have, you know, cold drinks in the green room, and if you have perishable foods, having, you know, in this case 2 fridges is great. Looks like that one might be freezing a bit in the back, but again, a great place to keep beverages cool, keep food cold if people want to bring food in. Obviously having the microwave if people do go out and get food, or if there's microwavable food. Also definitely important to have that in a green room. One thing that I like about green rooms is when they have some sort of visibility into the outside world, like being able to see what's going on outside, even if it is just a parking lot. It kind of helps us gauge like what time of the day it is, because sometimes we're in a venue like underground and we have no idea, like we lose all sense of daylight and time. This helps prevent that, being able to see the daylight. Over in this corner, we do have another little seating area, more table space, some seating. We have a fan in case things get hot. We have one of these air cleaner fans, which is, you know, helpful. A full body mirror, very important again for the band as they get ready to go onto the stage. They need to be able to see what they look like and be happy with it. That's good. I'm also a sucker for a lot of decor. So I love seeing, even if it's like paintings like this, or like the lights or whatever this you know, figurine is, having stuff like this is definitely also important. A couple other things I kind of missed and forgot to mention is it's important to always have information about the Wi-Fi for the space, because when bands get in, they're going to want to connect, and having it printed like this just lets everybody know this is how you get on, as well as having this menu for local food and drinks. We travel to so many different new cities, we don't know what's good and local, and this is one way to sort of give us quick and easy access to ordering food, checking out restaurants, etc. And many promoters will even strike deals with these local food providers in order to give the artist a discount, but in return give the restaurant more business. So it's actually good for everyone. Now the next part of the green room here is very important. This is the restroom, and first of all, it's important to know that it's good that it's in the same room as the green room. This gives us privacy, it gives the band exclusive access to it. Some venues will try to give us like a shared bathroom with crew or with like venue staff, or in the worst case scenarios, like a GA bathroom. And obviously that's not ideal for the band. They need to have exclusive access so they can do what they need to do. But this is great. You know, we have it in the same room, and this bathroom is incredible. I mean, it has everything we need. First of all, it's clean. This looks clean, and it's important to know that because the bathrooms are a space where people do intimate things like take showers or take a shit or whatever. You know, it's good to have things clean. So that's the first note that I want to point out. Just everything is stocked and clean. Now, check this out. They have an entire bookcase here of towels for the shower. There is a full shower there, which I'll show you in a second. They got face towels. They have all kinds of mints, Band-Aids, pads, tampons, chapsticks, lotions, Lysols, Tic Tacs. Like, look, I'm gonna take one of these, hell yeah. And they do this because they know the bands need this stuff on the road. Toothbrushes, deodorant, hand sanitizer. Like, this is going above and beyond what we would normally expect in a green room, but it's also the reason why this green room is very high up on the list of what I consider to be, you know, good green rooms. And then of course we have the shower, which again, just pointing out just how clean everything is. Like, it looks like it's a hotel shower, literally. Like, this is like what I would expect to see in a nice Hilton or Marriott property, if not nicer, you know? So props to them for keeping this clean. And this is, again, just all connected here. So the access is just very, very easy. Now, the last thing that I want to show off, and it's actually separate from the green rooms, is that the venue has laundry. And, you know, laundry is one of those things that a lot of venues don't have, but the ones that do are already very high up in my book of like good hospitality venues, because when we're on the road, we don't have a chance to do laundry very often. And so we have to take advantage of like venues or local laundromats, but those are dirty, they cost money, and sometimes they're sketchy, or we don't have time to go to them. When they're in the venue like this, it's very easy for us to use the laundry. And it looks like we have 2 washers, I suppose, and 1 big dryer. So this is, you know, fantastic. And they look like they're clean, they're new, they work. And actually next to it here, looks like we have ice. Let's see if we have any in there. We do. So ice for the green rooms, you know, bus stock, whatever we need. This is great. So yeah, there you have it. That is a quick overview walkthrough of one of the green rooms here at Mission Ballroom. It's, you know, it's setting the mark quite high for green rooms to expect on the road. And if you are designing a green room, or if you are on tour and you're wondering what to expect from green rooms, this is what I would consider to be one of the most standard high-end style green rooms. And of course, sometimes you'll have green rooms that have more, you know, personal artistic flair, but maybe not as clean of amenities, or vice versa. It could be extremely clean, but there's nowhere to sit and it's sterile. You know, like, there's different tiers and different like combinations of factors that make green rooms, you know, better or worse. But in this case, this is kind of one that has pretty much everything in a relatively high quality. So thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions about this video, please let me know in the comments below. Also, feel free to hit me up on Instagram, TikTok. My username is all the same, @Alexi Wayman. I actually have a whole series on my TikTok about green room checks from different venues around the country. So if you want to see that, go check it out there. Likewise, follow the page if you like this video and want to see more. And I hope to see you either on the road or in the comment section below or in the next video. So cheers. Thanks for watching.